Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays Crusader Kings 2, The Old Gods. We opened this episode with the Empire of Britannia being in a particularly prescient or dangerous period of strife, and we'll talk about this in just a second, but I just want to zoom out and take a look at the map because it has been a couple days since I last played, and I wanted to point out, when you zoom out super far, everything looks peaceful in Europe. Everything looks beautiful, and I really like this little part of Britannia that we have jutting into Western Europe now, which we are going to use as a seam to hopefully make some good progress towards, I don't know about forming more empires, but at least taking over more territory. I also think if we can get kind of like a ridge along the western end of West Francia, the Kingdom of Asturias, and all these like fractured Catholic Spanish kingdoms should be very easy to take over, and we can kind of have like a little ring that kind of borders the Atlantic Ocean here, which could be interesting. But let's just zoom out just a little bit further to see if there's anything else interesting going on. Again, just Hungary essentially looking completely enormous and scary. Finland, Sweden, and Norway kind of getting into where they actually exist in the real world to a certain extent. But the scary part right now is that we do have Henrik's host. So this is the army of Asger, and they kind of came out of nowhere as we were fighting a major battle against West Francia. And they have 16,950 men. Since we recently partook in an enormous battle, we only have about 14,000 men over the entirety of Britannia. That is a major fucking problem. So what I am thinking is, well, first things first, dangerous factions. We have I took a look at this, doing some preparatory work to see what I should do. So I'm thinking, we have this Lower Crown Authority in Scotland faction, but also this Independence faction for the Jarl of Sudrayar, which is supported by the same dude, this Jarl of Cornwall. So I am going to take my Spy Master, and I'm going to have him scheme in Cornwall to hopefully dissuade people from joining that faction. What are the odds, anyway? 4%? No. 34% per year. That's pretty good. Okay, now, what do? I don't think I should summon troops right away. I think I should give myself maybe until November. So I'm going to speed up very quickly here. And I'm going to give myself like 3 or 4 months to get more troops. In the hopes that we can actually stand a decent chance of destroying these guys without hiring too many mercenaries. Now, the thing we're going to watch out for mostly is whether or not they are going to get close to 100% war score. Because if they do, obviously, we have some problems that we're going to have to worry about. Whoa, somebody died, and now there are not as many dangerous factions. We just lost several sieges simultaneously. How's our troop situation looking now? Wait, we have about 19,000, and we're going to have to get them to meet up, which is the real issue. So, okay, they're, again, continuing to siege like crazy. How about now? Our military is looking like 20,000, but they have 23,000. What am I supposed to do? I guess we have to try. So I'm going to take my military, and I'm going to first summon the fleets. And if we end up having to give these guys territory, I'm going to be not happy with it, but we can always recover from that point onwards. Now, I'm sending all of these ships down here to essentially make it possible for the armies from mainland Europe to also come and help me in my quest here. So then we will summon our troops like so, and there are going to be a couple of thousand men down here that could honestly make the difference. So a lot of my men are unfortunately probably just going to get destroyed here, which is a real pain in the ass. But let's have everybody fall back as far as they can. And I didn't realize I was playing on speed 5. I'm starting to think Krakow might fancy me. Do we already have a son? We do. And he's looking pretty alright, so I'm okay with this. It's not appropriate. We'll gain the piety instead. And maybe we can get the Pope to help us somehow. I don't know if that's even possible. Oh my god, they're already at 50% war score. Okay. These guys have got to meet up here. This is, I'm not exaggerating when I say that this is probably the riskiest that things have been for quite some time for us in this kingdom. We did just lose a battle somewhere. And we're really vulnerable just in case like more wars break out in mainland Europe, which is definitely not beyond the realm of possibility. We could absolutely have like West Francia try to take back parts of Brittany here. But anyway, let's get on the fleets and have this other 2,500 men. It might not make a huge difference, but it might make all the difference. We'll have them meet up over this area right here, I suppose, is where everyone is starting to join each other. We can call in allies. Yes, King Emo the Liberator, King of Frisia, please help this adventurer conquest of Moray not succeed. And we will again, he can unfortunately not join our wars at this time. How about this other dude? Abyssinia. I have a feeling that he is probably not going to be interested in sending troops halfway across the world just to make sure we don't lose a couple provinces. Let's have our troops fall backwards just a little bit. It looks like they are preparing to meet us somewhere, which I don't like. Oh my god, they're so fast too. West Francian King, I know we've had our differences in the past, but where's he going? We'll arrive in Teviadale on December 1st. Okay, so they are going to be able to get away. I'm not sure about this guy, though. Okay, so again, just keep falling back here little by little. Just so we have a chance, at least. We can slow this down to speed 3 now. Okay, we lost, like, 9 men. And they're still chasing us down. This is so scary. Okay, the 1,000 men are going to make it out. This is important. Are they, though? 900. Okay, good. So we have 15,000 men against their 23,000 men. Oh my god, continue running, I suppose. We're going to be able to meet up with another 2,500 men down here. And we should really get, like, a good general or something. I am scared shitless. I think we don't have a choice. We're going to have to go to war with these guys and take this battle. They're arriving on January 2nd. We're arriving on December 30th. I can't even get mercenaries in here in time. And our troops are so slow relative to theirs that I guess this is going to be it. A landmark moment, to be sure. I don't think we're going to be able to run away from them. If I hire mercenaries, where will they be? Will arrive in or nearby Sudrayar. That's not good for me. I have so much money, but I... Okay, well, you know what? Let's hire some mercenaries. 4,500 men seems completely reasonable given the situation. And they will at the very least be able to slow this descent and maybe get us to get a white piece or something. Like, they can start re-sieging this territory. Because I don't think I'm going to be able to run away from these guys. But what I can do is, like, land on this spot with these men. Oh, they're going backwards now. I don't care if they wipe out the mercenaries. That's money saved in my eyes. Okay, so now that they're going this way, we're going to walk this way now. And if they turn around, we've got to very quickly change our tune. No question about it. Why are these assholes so fast? Okay, now they're going to Lancaster. So we're going to just make, like, a lateral move. I don't know what we're going to do, actually. These guys are slowly moving. I am frightened. That should not come as a surprise. Do we have more men? Where did those men get summoned? There's 21 more men up there. And another 304 that we can at least group up just to give us a better chance here. Man, this is a very frightening situation for me. I can't take this battle, can I? Who is our leader? Army of Geyer. We have our kinsman. And how's Geyer looking? His martial skill is 12. What about, wait, I want to click on this army. How's Henrik's martial skill? 8. Who's leading this army, though? Army of Henrik. Henrik's host. Shit, man. We might be able to get lucky. Now, the only question is, can I see whether it would be beneficial for me to fight somewhere? If I can get... Oh, a river flows. When attacking over a river, the attacking army will get a combat penalty. So, you know what? We're going to gamble on this one. I don't know how this is going to work out for us, but we're going to hang out in Chester. And maybe we will be able to at least deal a glancing blow to the enemy to slow down their conquest. This is going to be a major moment in the turning of this war. We might have to get involved in some intrigue later to start turning things around. Oh my god, I think I'm already losing pretty substantially. But if we can just get these troops down to Jorvik, maybe they could serve as good reinforcers. It's close, but they're looking like they're... Oh, but I'm turning it around here too. Lots of men being lost on both sides. I'm getting the losing end, I think, though. After years of careful planning, this motherfucker has left to come back in 20 years and try to take over the entirety of the peninsula. And you know, oh my god, we turned it around. We're gonna lose the battle, but we killed more of their men, I think. Or we killed roughly the same amount. And this is good, as long as we're reducing their armies at roughly the same rate that ours get reduced. These mercenaries that I hired become substantially more powerful, don't they? So, again, I guess we'll move our 9,000 men back here. I really kind of didn't want them to be there. I want them to be able to kind of go around them here. Like so. This is like the scariest situation. We're going to border them for so long. But then if we can get these other 4,000 men to reinforce near Jorvik, we might be able to stop this. And you know, the problem is that they're getting very close to 100% war score here. But, and keeping in mind that we have a penalty attacking in Chester because of the river crossing, it's gonna be very interesting. Might be the most polite way to put it. It's gonna scare the shit out of me is the impolite way. So we're gonna have a little bit of a numbers advantage. No question about that. We have more mercenaries that we can hire. So I might want to do that. First off, let's hire like another... Oh, I want to be sure of it. So another 2 groups of 2,000 men wouldn't be so bad. like so. And now that we've hired them, you know, it's costing us a lot of money, but this is why you save money, so you can use it later. Now we really need to finish, or we need to engage them in battle before they hit 100% war score. So probably before this siege in Chester ends. And I am just sending those like 4,500 troops down here. They take fucking forever to get out of Sudre, or I don't know if the fjords are icy and they keep slipping. Like, whoa! Who greased the floors with some butterscotch? I don't care, man. Get down to York. We've got issues to get hammered out here. It's going to be very close to see if they win this siege before we are able to invade the territory. There we go. We meet up. We have 18,000 men to their 13,000. And another enormous battle is about to shake out in Britannia here. They're so close to winning the siege. Okay, we did get there before they got it. We have a penalty for attacking over a river crossing. I'm just going to slow this down because this is beautiful. We just got 67% war score back. That feels good. And now we are going to slowly wipe out their armies. Marshal Mayor Arnfast told me about his ideas. I couldn't really understand what he was talking about, but he was adamant in his belief that it would improve the military. Yes, please do. Even if it costs us gold, we do still have a pretty sizable treasury, so I'm not too worried about losing that. We are now slowly going to work things back in our favor. 15%. And where is this guy going now? Gwynedd. Beautiful. I am amazed, titillated, and quite honestly a little bit aroused that we managed to turn this around so quickly. Now, there have been times when, you know, you think you're beating a host. Where are they going now? Perfdwyd. If you've chosen this site as the site of your final resting place, that is fine by me. There have been times where you think you win a host invasion, and then, you know, they just come in with substantially more men, but it looks like this is going to do it here. Offer peace! Enforce demands. I imprison him. He loses 100 prestige. I gain 200 prestige. Yes. Oh, that is beautiful. You don't look so much like a villain anymore. Kind of just look like a balding middle management asshole at like a paperclip manufacturing company. He's married to my courtier. She's not going to be happy when I execute him here. There's no penalty for this, right? It'll lower all of your vassals' opinions of you by 10. That seems crazy. I can oh my god, I can banish him with 0 risk for 500 gold. But will he ever come back? 500 gold. Oh, this is so... I'm going to banish him and take the 500 gold. What happens if this actually goes through? Alright. I lose 10 piety, but I gain 500 gold. That's a ton. That's years. It'll basically pay for a brand new castle. If he ever comes down... Don't you come back now, you hear? Seriously, though. That's going to be a major problem if he ever comes back. Alright! Well, what are all these troops doing? Did I not dismiss the mercenaries? I did. Okay, lower everybody. That was, frightening. No question about it. But we're alive here and doing relatively well. How old's our king? He's in his 40s now? 47. Still pretty good. How's our son? Bad stats, but otherwise pretty good. I'm just taking a quick look to see what's going on. Castile is making inroads in Spain. How are our factions looking? Nothing really that risky. Yeah, we do have our Jarl of Cornwall, who is slowly being turned around, I think. We can afford to take a civil war now. Well, not now, but in like a year when it eventually bubbles to the surface. Okay, good. Let's take a look at our claims. We have County of Vilnius. Vilnius, is that not like in Lithuania somewhere? I don't want to press that claim. Where is this? King of Ruthenia. Yeah, okay, I'm not interested in Vilnius right now. Kingdom of Lotharingia. Could be an interesting fight. Who are we claiming it for? As long as we claim it for one of our vassals, we could, you know, then make that part of our kingdom. Sorry, it's part of our empire. King of Bavaria to claim the Duchy of Saxony. We can go for the Kingdom of Germany as well. Where the hell is the Kingdom of Germany? Duchy of Orleans, or Orleans, I guess, seems to be the maybe the best one that we could take right off the bat. The Duchy of Orleans for the Countess of Fife or the Jarl of Bergtrangland. Where is this what we would be going for? Wait a minute. Duchy of Orleans. Let me look for that for a second. I apologize about this. Orleans. Duchy of Orleans is just the county of Maine and the county of... Oh, I didn't even see that there was a tiny county down here. Okay, okay. That might be an interesting battle. I should lower my fleets as well. We don't want to do that right now. I think for now, let me just check out our intrigue menu. To see if there's anything I can do. Maybe like hold a feast might be a good idea to make my vassals a little bit more pleased with me. And how are our vassals looking opinion-wise? Largely really good. Just a few that are not happy. In particular, this man right here. What is your problem anyway? Maybe I can send you a gift. 100 gold, that's a lot of money. Imprison is not going to be a good thing, though. You know what? I will send him 100 gold. There you go. That's what you get for helping me out in that last war. Now stop being such an asshole. Hopefully, he's still part of these factions. But he likes me a little bit more now. Alright, so we're just going to speed things up just a little bit. Again, we're trying to get our troop levies up, because that was incredibly scary. We have another dangerous faction. Probably the dude I just gave 100 gold to, because I'm an idiot. While I was busy preparing for my feast, a troop of wandering jongleurs arrived at the castle. They looked a bit ragged, but the performance entertained the whole castle. Yeah, hire them up! Dangerous factions. Independence for the Jarl of Sudrayar. I really don't want to have a civil war right now. I'd rather expand the glory of Britannia, but if you choose so, then I guess this is what we're going to have to do. We will spend lavishly on food, of course. We'll invite everybody to the feast. Now we'll see who hates me. I'm trying to teach the thick-headed peasants of Winchester how to use siege weapons. When one of them dropped a boulder on my foot, I despair of teaching these idiots to ever wage war again. Sorry. Oh dear. He's wounded. That sucks. Now, this Jarl of Cornwall hates the shit out of us, which is unfortunate. Do I have, yes, my court chaplain is in the papacy here, which is good. Just improving our relations with the Pope. Good. The Pope is pretty pleased with us overall. Opinion of 21. Smallpox has broken out in Jorvik. No skin off my testes. And let's just continue letting some time go by here just to see if our vassals do get that positive opinion bonus. Good. Welcome to my feast. Let's see who's going to throw up. Jarl Ulfr spoke up and told everyone how great the food was. That was well spoken. Thank you. Extra 25 points for the Jarl of Mercia. And, anything else? My liege, I wish to intercede on behalf of one of your prisoners. Swine? It doesn't seem right. Let's diplomatically explain why I cannot. I thought the food was superb, the wine mediocre, and the dancers beautiful. Some of the more inebriated guests joined the dancers in a quadrille. We could gain the trait gregarious. Yes. That seems fantastic for me. Good! I had great fun, and so did everybody else. That seems like a very positive feast relative to the average. Military, looking pretty good, but we're going to give it maybe until December to start doing our campaigns here. And I mean, that might be why I suffer from attrition, is I always wait for, like... Wait a minute. Hostine feels I risk my life too much with my escapades and tries to persuade me to stop doing it, but it's such a thrill, so he's not going to like us as much anymore. That sucks, I guess, but... I always wage war in December, which is probably a terrible idea. Or January, I guess, which is probably a terrible idea. But it gets the job done, I guess, most of the time. I'm going to... My kinswoman and the Prince of Frisia. I don't like that. I would rather my kinswoman all joined a nunnery, because they're threats to my kingdom, basically. We cannot attack for the Duchy of Orleans anymore. We could go for the Shaiban Emirate. That seems like a silly idea, though. We have a claim on this land, though, right? Like the Count of Nantes. Obviously, he's not independent, but if we declare war on him, de jure claim on Nantes for our vassal. But we have a truce until 1070. So I would love to have him executed, but it seems pretty unlikely that this is going to work. In fact, basically nobody seems interested in it. Okay, so we're going to have to come up with something better to do in the meantime. People have suggested, like, maybe going to war with Denmark or the other Scandinavian nations. I wonder if I could declare war. I'm still trying to, like, fabricate a claim on Frisia here. How's my Chancellor looking? 18 is a very good Chancellor stat. Do we have a better Spy Master, by the way? We do. So we're going to have him scheme in Cornwall instead. That is not Cornwall. What happened here? Yeah, scheme Cornwall. Thank you. All right, so he's a masterful schemer, which is good. We previously had a diplomat with a spy master with a skill of 13, which is not great, but everyone else in our kingdom looks pretty good. I kind of want to wage war for the kingdom of Lotharingia, but I'm not sure if I want to totally own it. I would much rather just declare war on Frisia, but we don't have any grounds to do so. Yeah, we don't have any casus belli. And Lotharingia, I mean, we could invade it pretty easily. But I am a little bit concerned, maybe foolishly, about the possibility of other countries declaring war on us in the meantime. But, you know, it might be fun, although it'll make our borders look absolutely awful. But at the same time, it will give us, like, a two-front war to attack West Francia later, which might be good. Who knows? Let's just, again, continue letting some time go by. We are on speed 5 here, which may or may not be scary or amazing. Mayor Ivar feels I risk my life too much with my escapades. Sorry. We'll wait for the new year here, and then start planning our campaigns. Is Lotharingia going to be our main focus? I believe one of your vassals can be discouraged from joining factions. Yes! Threaten the vassal, please. Now, let's just see if this works out. Someone died of poor physique. Our wife? She looks like she's got pretty good physique to me. One second. I ask your forgiveness. He's forgiven, and he's not going to plot against us anymore. This is important. Let's look at our king. We're going to see who might be interested in marrying him, and I kind of want it to be an old lady. If there's an old lady with a good rank, that is fine by me, because we don't need any more children. But now, of course, just my luck, it looks like it's all young ladies. What about the Princess of Aquitaine? She's ambitious. That scares the shit out of me. But Aquitaine's just like a duchy now, so that's not even that important. Germany, maybe. Princess of Germany, she's 22. Maimed, which means she might die soon. Charitable, arbitrary, kind, proud, mastermind, theologian. Huge learning stats. What about this lady? What's she? Great eminence, huge diplomacy stat. Intricate web weaver, huge intrigue stat. Brilliant strategist, huge martial stat. Okay, you know what? Let's marry the Princess of West Francia. If she'll say yes. She's ambitious. That scares the shit out of me a little bit, but we do have a stable heir. We will arrange marriage between her and myself. That might give us some claims on West Francia. At the very least, it'll give us a powerful ally in West Francia as we prepare to go to war with Lotharingia. Yes, it is everyone's concern. We gained a lot of gold there. Domain size still too big. That's unfortunate. I really thought her stewardship stat would help me out. It is, man, our diplomacy stat is huge now. Do we have a good male courtier? What about this guy? He's ambitious. Not good. Let's quickly go to our intrigue menu and invite a new noble to the court. Ivar. So we'll go back. Noble's so expensive now. Sorry, that's vassals. Courtiers, I should say. Ivar. Ivar of Norwich. Fortune builder, wrath zealous. He just wants money. Well, you will get your money as the leader of the County of Man, which I don't even like, honestly. So I think that's a good idea. How do my vassals feel about me? Is there any penalty for, like, too many duchies? I do hold one too many duchies. Alright, that's good to know. Let's find a vassal who likes us a lot. Which duchies do I hold? Lancaster, Wick, and Wessex. Let me think about this. Okay, so opinion. We want to look at maybe the Duchy of Wick, and what is owned here? It's only the County of Wiltshire? This guy loves us a lot, so congratulations. You're going to be the new Duke of this area right here. And that should not cause many problems, and it should make our vassals a little bit more pleased with us overall. We got 100 with a lot of these dudes. In fact, only one lady is not pleased with us. Apart from that, even the Jarl of Cornwall and the Jarl of Sudre are. They're fans of us now. How much gold do I have to give you to shut you up? 114 gold. Sure, you know what? We could also, you know, do vassal pruning, but I would rather just send her a gift and make everybody pleased with me right now. I have perfect vassal relations right now. I mean, not 100 for everybody, but this might allow me to do something with my laws. We could change crown authority to max, but people are going to be pissed. Let me think about this. What about feudal taxation from none to small? This might be a good idea. Give me a little bit more money. Sure, let's do this. How do people feel about this? They're largely displeased. Maybe that was a silly idea for me to try, but we'll see if this ends up working. Anyway, I think I'm going to end the episode here. It's been a good one. We are immediately, if possible, going to go to war. Can I get my boats through this area? I guess I could land them in Bruges, but we're going to go to war to try to take the Kingdom of Lotharingia. Whether this is a good idea or not, I'm not 100% sure, but we do have somewhere in the vicinity of 42,000 troops, which is amazing, a ton of gold, and a fleet capable of actually getting these guys there. So why don't we try to expand the glory of Britannia now that everything seems good from an internal standpoint. As always, thanks for watching. We'll finish off by taking a quick look around Europe, as we often do. Hungary's still looking all sorts of weird. Hungary. Turks not really doing anything. Byzantines seem to be spreading out quite nicely. In fact, if they can take Bulgaria, they're going to have like all of this body of water that I always embarrass myself by not knowing. The Black Sea. I was actually going to say the Black Sea, I swear to God. And Italy looking maybe a little bit more Catholic. I guess we can look at our religious map. Oh man, that is a little jacked up. Catholicism dominating pretty nicely in the area that we're in. Tengri spreading out, and Orthodox definitely a force as well. I have no idea what Sua Minusko is, but anyway, Norse seems to be dying out. It's really only Norway that seems to hold it anymore, and like this one area down here in my kingdom, or my empire, I should say. But anyway, as always, thanks for watching. I hope you guys are enjoying the series. A good episode, I feel, and I will see you next time.